This is one of those stories where you might want to dismiss it off. Say you've heard the crazy conspiracies before, you know it's not true. So I ask that you please just sit this out and hear me out. Stay with me. My friend Kyle, myself, we found ourselves naturally interested in Bigfoot, as a lot of people do at some point in our life. And we didn't know what to trust on the internet, so we turned to the president of the Bigfoot community, Peter Kane. Peter Kane is the president of the Bigfoot community, and he should be ready to educate people on Bigfoot, publicize himself. That's why he's in that role, isn't he? So we emailed him, asking him for an interview. No. Something wasn't right. We knew Pete. That wasn't right. He would never do something like that. So me and Kyle, well, we couldn't have Peter, so of course, naturally, we turned to the internet. And what happened when we started looking for Bigfoot on the internet? We were blocked. Which led us to the first man to ask about this, Mr. Zook. Could he be hiding something? Could it be something he doesn't know about? We had to find out.
I've never worked out a government cover-up of any kind.
He said this unprompted in the interview, which was a bit strange, but we moved on, gave him the benefit of the doubt. But then he said this.
I've said too much. Cut the camera.
We were out of luck again, and it wasn't just we couldn't do research anymore. By then we had figured out we had stumbled onto something big. No, something wasn't right. You're a school principal, buddy. What do you have to hide? With all of our options cut off, we had no choice. We had to go to Cordelia Jones. Her family, way back when, used to own a plantation, Virginia. They had slaves there, but after the Civil War, well, they went from big money to no money, their house being the last thing they own. Cordelia and her family say they know Bigfoot and they've seen him. So we got an interview with them.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I get so shy. So my name is Cordelia Jones, drop the misses, and I don't spell. Well, Cletus III will tell you there's a little bit of a conspiracy here. But if we're being honest about what me and Papa think, we already know. Some days it looks like the raccoons are out there a-buzzing, because they're furry and all, and they run real fast. But what we have learned, what we have seen, is that we have these taller creatures that are also really furry and also run real fast. Thing about Cletus III, you have to understand, is sometimes he goes on and he gets on one. But see, that's what Mama always said. Mama always say, well, Cletus, he gets on one. So sometimes Cletus gets on one, he disappears into town, we don't really know what he's doing, where he's going, who he's associating with, and then he starts to sniff a little paint. Okay, people know this, the mayor knows it, the downtown area knows it. Sometimes he gets on a little bit of a binge and he gets into this paint. So why am I telling you about the paint? Well, the paint is out in the shed on the property. The shed is out in the woods. And I know he has seen those tall, big, furry creatures running around. Now, some of you might be saying, you know that Cletus III. Oh, you know him. He must have been up for 3 days eating that paint. Drinking that paint, sniffing that paint. But he knows what he saw.
Finally, we had proof. We got what we needed, but we couldn't in good conscience leave Mr. Zook and his reputation unscathed. We knew Bigfoot was real, and we knew he was hiding something, but we had to prove it. We couldn't just let these people get away with hiding this for decades, centuries. So we had to find somebody to interview, somebody who could tell us the truth about Mr. Zook. Now, Bella, it's to my understanding that your family knows Mr. Zook.
My family used to know Mr. Zook actually personally, and you know we used to hang out all the time with him, but we haven't seen him in a while, and it's weird because he started acting strange. Like he'll just randomly he'll just go on tangents about monkeys. He's constantly nervous. I don't understand it. We see, you know, one time we were out back, and you know we see men in white and black suits leave and enter his house. It's crazy, man. He tried to get my mom to sign a non-disclosure agreement, just to not talk about something. I don't even know what's going on. It's whack, bro.
Have you ever known Mr. Zook to believe in any sort of conspiracies, perhaps about Bigfoot?
I've got no clue, man. I just remember he was normal for so long, and then one day he just snapped. He's just weird now.
And to all those out there who are still skeptical of Bigfoot, we turned every possible stone. We did research. You think, could Bigfoot be Kyle? Kyle kinda looks like Bigfoot, but I'm sure at this point that it is not Kyle, because I've spent too much time with him. There's no way it could be Kyle. Could it be escaped apes? No way. Apes don't walk upright. The video of Bigfoot, he doesn't walk on all the ways the apes do. He walks upright like a person. Could it be a collaboration with Dogman? Well, we might get Dogman in on the finding him. What about Bigfoot meat? Peter Kane ate the Bigfoot meat, and he's 10 times stronger, and he no longer has a debilitating hip problem. The power of Bigfoot. What are his diet? He's clearly real, so he has to have a diet. Fish, nuts, berries, roots, fruit, and other wild game. Interactions? Yeah, the Native Americans and the sightings have been happening forever. He's real. There's no denying it. We done it. We got Bigfoot, we got Mr. Zook, and most importantly, we had brought an honor to the legacy of the now canceled television show Finding Bigfoot, because we finally found Bigfoot. At this point, I can only think to... What in the...